The topic that I chose for my analytical report was about mobile devices and how responsive design has changed the way that people view websites and spend their time online today. I'm in the web design field, and when I started 3 years ago, mobile or responsive sites were not nearly as important as they are now. We had talked about it, but it wasn't required to make a good site. Nowadays, and this is only 3 years later, any site that we built has to have a tablet and a mobile version. A lot of people are using those forms of how they look online. Like I stated in my report, the desktop computer is slowly going away, just for the way that people view, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, and other websites. The most interesting thing that I found in my research was that a reporter said that hospitals are considering having mobile areas for people to use the internet. Now, for so long, hospitals have been a place where you're not supposed to use your cell phone or the internet at all. So I think by them considering making this change, it would be huge, and I think it would probably cause a lot of controversy. So I guess I'm kind of interested in seeing how that all plays out and if they go ahead with it. I'll definitely be able to use everything that I learned while writing this report, because as time goes on, there's always going to be new technology, maybe new techniques for making websites much better, and there could be new devices that come out, or just new ways that we are supposed to make websites more user-friendly. I think the most difficult part of my research was just finding reports. There was a lot of researchers that said the same things, that designing for mobile first is the way to go, and I rarely found anyone who said that it wasn't. So I think finding more diverse articles to use was just a little difficult to find. The writing part I didn't think was hard. I do enjoy writing, so I liked that part. But I think the editing and proofreading was probably my least favorite. I tend to just want to get it all down on paper, and it sounds right to me. But when I have to proofread it and make the changes, I think it's just not very fun. But I understand that it's necessary and very important for other people to be able to understand what you're saying. I found most of my research online. I used a lot of the articles from the school's library database, and I found a lot of really good things. There's a lot of new articles, but there were also a lot of old articles when mobile wasn't so important. So it was good to be able to contrast through the years how it's changed and incorporate that into my report. What I liked the most is that I learned a lot about mobile devices and creating these websites and the best ways to do so. It helped me in my web design classes because I did that research. So overall, I did really enjoy doing this report, and I honestly thought it was going to be a lot more intimidating when I first found out about it, but choosing a topic that really interested me and something that I liked definitely made it easier, and I could benefit from it. I think one thing that I would do differently is probably just more research about the desktop computer. So many of the articles were just focused on tablet and mobile devices, so I think if I would have found maybe just some more information about the desktop and the history of it, I could have added a little bit more about that into my report.